Hey there, Björk Benediktsson from Audio Issues here, author of Step by Step Mixing. And as always, I'm here to help you confidently finish your mixes so you can be proud to release your records. Today we're going to be talking about guitar mixing and talking about mostly guitar EQing to make the guitars fit in the mix, poke through the mix, not get in the way of the vocal, not clutter up the low mids, all of those sorts of things. But before we get started, if you aren't on the email newsletter already or the email list already, please subscribe at mixfinisher.com and get your 7-step mix translation cheat sheet there. That will help you make all of your mixes sound better on every speaker system because they translate across all monitoring systems, which is very, very important. So let's get started here. And today I am looking at a track called Pressure by Crimson Highway. I had a really fun time mixing this song. Really enjoyed it. And just thought it was a cool track. Lots of awesome guitars and just a really powerful rock track. And I wanted to talk to you about the guitar EQ here. So what I have is there's a bunch of different rhythm guitars and some solo guitars or lead guitars. Most of that stuff is routed almost entirely into my guitar bus, and then the solos are actually routed into the solo bus here, and then the bass here. We're going to focus on these three things. I'm just going to let you hear what we're working with. All right, so you get the picture of what that track sounds like. But let me go through the EQ on the guitar bus in general. So as you can see here, although the guitars aren't sounding bad at all without this EQ, so let's just deactivate it entirely and you'll hear that. Although it doesn't sound bad at all, what I did here actually made them sort of fit a little bit better in the context of all the rest of the instruments, especially the bass and the vocals. And what I did here was I filtered out quite a bit, actually 20 hertz more than I usually do. It's usually at 100 that I start with, but it seems like I pushed the filter up until it fit better or wasn't cluttering up things. And then there's a lot of sort of boominess here in the 194 area, and there is sort of this kind of honky, boxy sound in the 440 to 500 area. And then I had a large boost here in 1000 to help it cut through entirely. And then I had a sort of a vocal pocket here in the 2700 area. And then I actually added a side EQ boost that's only boosting it up after 4000 or 4K in the sides only, and then it actually does have a filter here on the very, very high. So I don't want all that distorted hiss to come through. I just want a little extra clarity in the sides only. And this filter is at 13K. It could probably even come down, but I won't screw with that too much. So let's go through just the electric guitar so you can hear that. And I'm going to bypass everything, and then I'll do everything. I'll add each EQ band and sort of see what you think of it. So when I soloed only that band, there was a lot of low end that wasn't necessary because that's what the bass is going to be doing. And then this 190 hertz cut. And as you could hear there, adds unnecessary sort of boom or bulk there. And then the 440 here. So although adding a lot of those mids would be great in a certain type of guitar sound, I didn't really need it there, and I can't remember if I was cutting it out there because of the snare or because it was competing with something else. It might have been just the bass also. And then here I added a ton of 1K because it really helps the mix cut through helps the guitars cut through. So you can hear how there's just this piercing edginess going through the speakers there. And then there's this vocal pocket that doesn't matter really to show you that now, but because it's mostly relevant to making the vocal fit here. So, but this is what I do all the time, is give this maybe a couple of dB of pocket so the vocal kind of fits there nicely. But then I add the sides, the EQ boost on the sides, and it kind of adds an extra sort of brilliance or presence in on the sides of the mix in the guitars. Let's do that. So as you could hear, it sort of dulls down the attack here because this is where a lot of the sort of clarity can be, but we're trying to actually focus the guitar sound here more so than here. And then when I add the sides, it adds a little extra presence. And I like having that low pass filter or high cut there because it just forces and focuses the guitars a lot more. So let's put that back here with the solos. And then there's this chugging part here. I sort of have the same thing going on there, just on the individual tracks. I just want them. Chris told me they wanted it to cut through a little bit more, so I added a little extra high end or high mid boost there. And because these guitars aren't as distorted as the other ones, it doesn't add as much hiss or sort of noisy 4K. Alright, so how that sounds in the context of the mix, let's do a before and after on a part here.
You say don't take it personally.
So in the verse here, you can definitely hear how that chug guitar is sort of in the way of the vocal, and by cutting this part here and maybe taking some of the low stuff out here, it feels like it kind of adds a little more definition and is not as much in the way. It's just like kind of muffled a little bit. It's subtle, but that's how I look at it. And then in the guitars here, I'm just going to go to the solo section and I feel like there's more, it's punchier. It cuts through a little bit more. It sits a little bit better, I guess, is a good way to put it. And so let's hear that. Lots of delay going on there. So that's what I got for you today. Sometimes you don't need the entire frequency spectrum on the guitars. You've got to make room for the bass. You got to cut out and shape some of the tone, have it cut through the mix by boosting in the mids. 1K is a great area for that. And sometimes you can add extra width and extra presence by boosting in the sides, and that boost in the sides also sort of masks the lack of clarity that you take out by giving that pocket for the vocal in the 2K area. It's sort of from about 1600 to about, let's see, 4. So that's where I want the vocal to cut through, or that's my intention there. So hope that was helpful. Please like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, download the mix translation cheat sheet at mixfinisher.com if you want to create mixes that translate to all of the speaker systems you play them through. Once again, I'm Björkman Benediktsson from Audio Issues. Thanks for watching, and remember to use your ears.